there, my name is Beck, and the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. And I'd say an interesting motif, I would say, of 2020. I think 2015 to 2020 is the juxtaposition, how we have people in delusion, in insanity, in absolute delusion, and reality. How these two things live with each other, so seamlessly, and without for the people in delusion, the reality doesn't give them any pause for thought. It doesn't give them a dent whatsoever. They just kind of like power on, ignore it. So that's one thing that's been fascinating me. I saw two articles back to back. I'm like, oh, there you go. That's delusion and reality back to back, which is what we're going to be talking about right now in this video. My name is Beck, and as I said, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you can hit the subscribe button, that would be fan-dabby double dozy. If you're subscribed, you can enter my ongoing competitions. The competition this week is for the Indiana Jones DVD box set that does not include Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. It came out before then, so that's how it is. All you need to do to win it is subscribe to the channel, and in the comments leave the hashtag Dr. Jones. So a nice segue from that is Indiana Jones was, of course, played by Harrison Ford, and Harrison Ford's other main iconic role was Han Solo. So let's start over there with this story. Rumor mill. A Star Wars story sequel is said to be in the works for Disney Plus. Now, what are they talking about? They just announced the rumor. The rumor came out that there was a Lando show in the works starring whoever it was, the guy who was in it. I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was good at Lando, but like really, it's kind of transparent. There's for the last year and a half, we've been hearing that's in development. The events of the last 6 weeks happened, and quite disturbing. And Hollywood said, "Oh, wait a minute, we got a show which has somebody with the right skin color that we can put front of us." So that's probably what they're talking about by this sequel. But because a direct sequel with Alden Ehrenreich, by the way, who's freaking awesome in Brave New World, the new show on Peacock Network. Also, that show is good enough; it's worth subscribing of it. I freaking love that show. That's probably the best new show I've seen in, I don't know, maybe since Battlestar Galactica. I think it's probably like The Prisoner good. I think it's a very, very good show, well worth your time. So he's really excellent in that. I don't think he was bad as Han Solo. He was also very good in what's that movie? That Coen Brothers movie. He was playing like the cowboy. He was great in that. I think he's a good, enjoyable actor. I think he could have been good as Han Solo. I honestly, if they were smart, they would take the footage and put together a Lord and Taylor cut. Because I'm really kind of intrigued to know what was the original idea. I'm kind of intrigued to know what Lord and Taylor was going to do with it on the strength of their other work, which has been pretty good. But what I think they should have done with Han Solo is have him be a minor character and have the movie called Kessel Run, and this was an idea first from Dan Morrell, who was on Screen Junkies. I don't think it's around anymore. But it should be called Kessel Run. It should have been like a gritty Peckinpah-esque space western, so maybe it's like a crime caper movie where most people get killed at the end, and Harrison Ford's in, Heinrich, or the older Heinrich's in it, is playing Han Solo as the kid, and he's one of the survivors. He does end up with the Millennium Falcon. I think that would have been a far, far better movie, but alas, that didn't happen. And you know what? I think on the strength of the Mandalorian, John Favreau directing, we would have had pretty much gold. But anyway, so yeah, this insanity. They're saying rumor mill, a Star Wars story sequel series said to be in the works for Disney Plus. So Disney isn't happy with Solo, a Star Wars story. Disney this is a movie where they went, oh my God, we've really screwed up. This is the one that lost money, and they realized it wasn't just a one-off, but this happened at the same time that Galaxy's Edge was tanking. Read on for more details. I will read on for more details. In the rumor mill, we share the hard to buy rumors that don't come from reliable source like trades, but are still believable believable just than what you might find on Reddit. Yeah, I'm not on Reddit at all. I really gotta. Should I check that out? I mean, I'm pretty upset. I checked out Twitter. Twitter's horrible. I mean, it really is. Oh, stay away from that. So, Star Wars: The Solo Story was something of a box office disappointment when it came out in 2018. I think it was the moment when they said was it Kathleen Kennedy. The emperor had new clothes. Clothes were invisible. I think this is where they could stop pretending they were being successful in any way. When it was released in 2018, and its performance actually led to Disney scrapping plans to release a spin-off movie revolving around familiar faces. Obi-Wan Kenobi has moved to Disney Plus, as has Boba Fett. I thought Boba Fett was essentially the Mandalorian show. Anyway, none of this has stopped fans from wanting a Solo sequel. Well, you can want as much as you want. How many fans? Here's the thing, how many fans? Is it 50 people on Twitter? Sounds probably what we're talking about. And it's such a shame, because I like the design work of that movie. The cast was really good. Thandie Newton, Woody Harrelson. It was just a crappy script. It was just a bad script, just not working. And what's the name? Was it Emily? Was it Amelia? No, is it Amelia Clarke? Game of Thrones woman. I don't know. I love her. She's freaking awesome. Everyone was great. Everyone was great. Just the script was just dire. None of them wanting it, especially when they're a sequel, especially as the first installment ended on something of a cliffhanger where Kira reported to his true master, Maul. With that was kind of cool. I like seeing Darth Maul show up. Now a new rumor doing the rounds, it claims there are plans for some kind of solo sequel series on Disney Plus, presumably separate to the Lando Calrissian show. I don't think so. If there's a solo sequel series, it's that. We recently learned it is in development. That was also a rumor. Nobody's confirmed it yet, but I'm sure it is. Yeah, I'm sure it is. But if they do both happen, it's not both. They arguably will make a fine addition to the streaming service. Nah. While also giving fans the continuation of Solo they so desperately want. Here's the thing: they don't want it. We rejected it. I'm sorry. Look, Solo really was a victim of The Last Jedi. And we've thoroughly rejected it. The rumor mill is there's two factions going on in Lucasfilm. One wants to erase everything that's the little sequel trilogy, and the other one wants to erase everything other than the sequel trilogy. Alden, there you go. Alden Ehrenreich recently hinted at plans for a project like this and made it clear he would be more than happy to reprise the role, assuming the story was. He doesn't care if the story was right, and it does hand justice. Listen, he might care now, but back then he was like, yeah, thank you, sir. And again, he's a fine actor. I think he was well cast as well. But again, I was watching was it Temple of Doom a few nights ago. And you just can't recast that role. Can you recast Han Solo? I guess so, I think there's more of a history of it. Given what a hit The Mandalorian has been, it seems no, The Mandalorian is definitely from the Favreau camp. This would be from the Kennedy camp, don't you think? It seems that seems likely that that should definitely be taken with a large pinch of salt salt now. Strictly just as a rumor. But here's hoping Lucasfilm clears up Star Wars, the Star Wars plan soon, as the future of the franchise is far from clear at this point. Well, you also got to add on the global pandemic that might be stopping. I don't think anybody's filming anything in 2020. Maybe 2021 they might start running the camera, but who knows? Honestly, nobody knows. So yeah, that article is the delusion. Now let's look at the reality. Also a rumor: Marvel Comics to no longer publish Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker adaptation. So they're saying it's not so popular. There's really they can't even squeeze out the adaptation. Let's see what this has to say. This is from the wonderful and Bounding Into Comics. I recommend it very highly. New rumor details that Marvel Comics will no longer publish the previously announced adaptation of Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker. Yeah, honestly, they could just take all what they should do is do like a series upon series of all the different cuts of it. Yeah, all the different versions of Rise of Skywalker. Marvel had previously announced that they would be doing adaptation of Rise of Skywalker at Comics Pro in Portland before they burnt it down because it's in Portland back in February. Back in February, they were fine. It's quite a nice cover, though, I have to say. It's not final art, but quite, I don't mind the cover. Yeah, terrible movie. Absolutely terrible movie. In that announcement, they revealed it will be a 5-issue limited series written by Jodie Houser, who's doing the Doctor Who, the 13th Doctor Titan comic books, which I haven't read, but didn't look very good to me. Didn't look very good, with art by Will Sleaney. Good for you, Will Sleaney. Houser even stated at the time, as a lifelong Star Wars fan, they always say that. I wish I could believe them when they say that. It was an honor to be asked to be part of wrapping up the Skywalker saga with Marvel Comics. She added, "We had some fun. We had some fun plans to add in scenes and material that weren't seen in the movie." She would also share the project on Twitter. Fine, okay. The first issue of the series was actually solicited by Diamond's April catalog and was expected to go on sale on June the 1st. Should we read the synopsis? Let's read the solicitation. Blah blah blah. Includes unrevealed story from beyond the Outer Rim. An old enemy returns. Rey and the Resistance set out on a desperate quest to stop the threat of the Final Order. They can succeed. Can they succeed where Jedi Master Luke Skywalker himself failed? Yeah, basically this was the Palpatine winning. Yeah, did then nobody? I can't believe nobody went, oh, wait a minute, doesn't that mean that Luke Skywalker lost? Nobody did that. And also, and what is Kylo Ren's real goal in partnering with the resurrected Palpatine? Jodie Houser, TIE Fighter, and Will Sleaney, The Rise of Kylo Ren, adapt the landmark Skywalker saga, featuring extended and deleted scenes. Okay, fine. In March, Houser would go on to provide an update indicating that she had been receiving art pages and Sleaney for the limited series. Miss was getting immersed in related news. Okay, fine. Blah blah blah. Basically, what it says then. She would provide another update in June to indicate the series had been delayed. She wrote like a lot of comics. The Rise of Skywalker has been delayed due to distribution being shut down for a while. I'll definitely share as soon as there's a new release announced. Now, weren't we being told that the comics was doing better than ever? We've said this is the best year comics has had forever, and to which comic book readers went, I think you're lying. I think you might be fibbing. But also Star Wars fans also went, I think you're lying. I think you might be fibbing. She will provide another update earlier this month, saying a lot of comics have come across a lot of comics across the board have been rescheduled this year, including Rise of Skywalker. When the new release date for number 1 is announced, it will be coming from Marvel, so that's what to keep an eye on. So she's still pretty optimistic. The original release date was June, has come and gone, and no new release date is announced there. And if the rumor from Rich Johnson at Bleeding Cool is to be believed, the book might not actually make it to print. Johnston writes, thank God I'm reading this here, not Bleeding Cool. I hate that website. Word has reached my ears from informed sources that Marvel will no longer be publishing the series. But why? It was so popular. It was so stunning. It was so brave. Publishing the series. There might be something to this rumor, as the original solicitation had been removed from the previews website. So here's the weird part of the story. There's still a Star Wars Rise of Skywalker graphic novel in the work. Why is there 2? Not 1, but 2 adaptations of this dross. However, this one is coming from IDW Publishing and writer Alessandro Ferreri. So this one, the solicitation reads, faithfully bringing the events of the film to the comic page. Read along in The Rise of Skywalker as Poe faces challenges of leadership. Finn and Rose make the impossible decisions for the greater good. Don't remember that at all. And Rey finally confronts her destiny that she is a Palpatine and wins everything. And then takes over Luke Skywalker's life. The true threat to the galaxy is revealed as the third Star Wars trilogy reaches its epic conclusion, capturing the galaxy-spanning action of The Rise of Skywalker experience, Episode 9, as a beautiful graphic novel combining epic wonder of Star Wars with the streamlined, young reader-friendly designs. So yeah, so it looks like they're doing a painful kiddie version. As you can you see this artwork? Oh god, it's horrible. It's absolutely horrible. But here you go. That's it. The book with cover up by Chrissy Cheng is due on the shelves November 25th. I wonder if that will make it. So there we see 2 Star Wars stories. We see a fantasy story that, oh yes, Star Wars owners coming, gonna get soloed too. And we see a reality story. Cancel everything. Cancel it, because nobody is buying this drivel. My name is Svila Becker, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell so you are notified when new videos drop.